Many years ago, nearly as long ago as you can go, two people lived with God in a beautiful garden. They were Adam and Eve, and they were friends with God. They could talk with him about every thought they had, every question they wondered, and every feeling they felt. They told him anything, anytime. But one day, the devil slithered into the garden as a snake. He spoke to Eve and suggested that God did not love her and Adam. Adam and Eve decided that the snake's words sounded better than God's words. So they chose not to trust and obey God anymore. This is called sin, and sin spoils beautiful things. Now Adam and Eve were afraid of God. The next time God came to talk with them, they hid. But God found them. He told them that because of their sin, they would have to live outside God's garden, separated from him. Now people couldn't be with God, but they could still talk with him. Talking with God is called prayer. But because of sin, prayer was sometimes hard. Sometimes people didn't know what to pray to God. Sometimes they didn't want to pray to him. And sometimes they were just plain old scaredy pants. But God kept reminding his people that he wanted them to talk with him about anything, anytime, any place. So they prayed. When they felt their love for God so much, they thought their hearts might burst. When they wanted something so badly, it was all they could think about. When they knew they had sinned and needed forgiveness. When they needed help to do the right thing. God's people prayed many times, millions and billions of times, until one day, God the Father sent his son, Jesus, to earth. Jesus invited people to be his friends. Because he was God, talking with him was like being back in the garden. It was awesome. And because Jesus was a man, he understood his friends' feelings and their questions about living in a world spoiled by sin. Yet Jesus was different from other people. He didn't ever sin. He always loved and obeyed the Father. Jesus talked with his Father anytime, any place, any prayer. He told God how he felt, what he needed, and what he was thinking. And he helped his friends know how to talk with God too. Our Father in heaven, your name be honored as holy. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And do not bring us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. One day, Jesus told his friends he had to leave this world. They begged him not to go. Jesus told them not to be afraid. Jesus promised to send God's Spirit to come and live in them so they could be closer to God than ever. The Spirit would be with them all of the time, everywhere they went. Basically, it would be more awesome. But first, Jesus had to die on the cross. Because everyone sins, everyone deserves to pay the cost of sin, which is to be separated from God forever. Instead, through his death, Jesus paid for our sins so that people could be with God forever. Jesus didn't stay dead. His Father raised him back to life. Jesus went back to heaven and sent his Spirit to his friends just as he'd promised. Now, there was nothing stopping anyone from being friends together with God. Jesus' friends didn't ever have to be afraid of talking with God about anything, anytime, any place. God says that anyone who loves and trusts Jesus as their friend and king can talk to him like this. You can pray about anything. You can tell God every thought you have, every question you wonder, every feeling you feel. You can pray when you feel your love for God so much you think your heart might burst. When you want something so badly, it's all you can think about. When you sin and need forgiveness. When you need help to do the right thing. You can pray for a friend who is sick, after a dream you had, to say thank you for your food, about adventures you want to go on, and what to do with your new ninja moves. Most of all, you can pray for God's help to love the things he loves and obey the things he says. And if you're really sad or things are really bad and all you feel like you can do is groan and say, "Ah!" the Spirit will know exactly what you need and he will pray for you. You can pray anytime, any place, in the morning, in the car, at the playground, in the nighttime, in your bedroom, in your bathroom, by yourself, with your family, with a friend. Someday, Jesus will return, and his friends will live with God in his perfect and beautiful world forever. We'll talk with God face to face, just like in the garden. Until then, we can talk with God anytime, any place, any prayer. Why not do it right now?